If you've been putting off sending your first newsletter because Klaviyo feels overwhelming, in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your Klaviyo campaign the right way. Here's what you are going to learn in this video. How to create your first Klaviyo newsletter campaign from scratch. Best practices to observe while creating your Klaviyo newsletter. How to set up your email campaign the right way. How to schedule your campaign or send it immediately. So here we are on my test Klaviyo account I use for test. And when you want to start your campaign, all you have to do is come down here and click on campaigns. Now, before you get to this step, there are some things you should have done. For example, you should have a campaign strategy with your calendar. I will link that in the description below. Then you should have designed your emails. You should have written your copy. You should know the segment you want to send the campaign to. And also, that goes without saying, the exact type of campaign you want to send. So once you have all of this done, then you want to come here, click on campaign, and then click on build your own. So to ask you the type of campaign, in this case, I want to do a best sellers campaign. And then I want to click on continue. So here it will ask you some questions, including what segment do you want the campaign to go out to? You can go with the entire list or go with a particular segment. So if you don't have the segments in the list here, all you have to do is go to segments and create that particular segment. So in this case, I'll go with the entire list, which is just 2 recipients. Then as for smart sending, I want smart sending turned on. So what this simply means is if you have sent out campaigns within the last 16 hours and not just campaigns, emails generally within the last 16 hours, then anybody that has received an email from you in the last 16 hours will not receive this. So you want this on, especially for those in flows, right? So if someone is in your flow, they will receive this. But if you have maybe a big promotion or something huge that's happening, maybe a product launch, and you want them to receive it, they'll appreciate receiving it though, then you want to turn this off. So in this case, I will leave this turned on and then go to next. So here, I can now choose from my templates or I can use the email library. Generally, I like to work with templates. So I would have consistency across my designs, and also it speeds up the process. So this is templates I've created within Klaviyo. If you want to learn how to do this, I will link it in the description below. Then as for the subject line and preview text, what I'll simply do here is I'll go to the copy and get them. So I want to copy this and paste this in, and then go back and copy this one and then paste it in. Then the sender's name, this should be your brand's name, and the sender's email, this should be your email. Don't use generic email or something like at Yahoo or at Google, at Gmail or at Outlook. That would land straight in spam. Sometimes it just disappears. You won't even see it, or they won't even see it. So you want to use a custom email like this, something at yourbrand.com. Then you might also want to distinguish between your sender's email and your reply to email. If you would do that, then you have to put a reply to email and make sure that the reply to email is an email that someone monitors, because subscribers do send replies, and when they do it, you want to make sure you reply to them. Now, this is also good because it helps with the deliverability. If your subscribers are sending you emails, it tells the email service providers that you are someone they want to receive emails from, and also you are not a spam or a spammer or a bot. So this is why it's important to have a reply to email, or have your subscribers reply to your email. So here I'm designing this for verify skin. So I want to select verify skin. You click on use templates. By the way, if you are serious about growing your e-com brand I've put together a valuable resource called the 5 steps for turning visitors into repeat customers. To get it, all you have to do is click on the first link in the description below, then enter your name and the email address you want me to send it to. Once you do that, it will arrive in less than 5 minutes. And here is the template it has loaded. So this is exactly how it looks. So if you want to learn how to design these saved templates and have them handy whenever you want to design your emails, check the description. There will be a video on how to create this. So the next thing I want to do is to add the designs. Now, there are usually two ways, at least 2 ways to go about designing your campaigns. You can go with what I'm doing here, design in Figma, export it, compress it, and then get it here. Or you can go with something pre-built. These are pre-built templates, so you can create something within Klaviyo. Generally, it's not as flexible, so I don't usually go with it. I like to go with something that has more flexibility. And you can go with the Figma one, which is the Figma custom builder. If you are doing something with flow and you need certain product blocks and so on, so you can do that. But for campaigns, generally, I love to create my campaigns in Figma and then export them and get them here. So if you want to learn how to do that too, I'll add the link to the description for that particular video. So what I want to do now is I simply want to duplicate this particular image a couple of times. So duplicate. So I should have probably 2 or 3 more of them. Then what I want to do is click on this, click on replace, because that is just a placeholder image. Click on upload. Then I want to drag the designs in here. So I would click on that, then click on this, then select all of them, and then uncheck this and uncheck this. Then drag all this in. So now I'll click on upload all. And here they are. Oops, where are they? Okay, here they are. So the first one I want to go with is to slice 2. So I want to click on that, and here is the email, or here is the design. Then the next thing I want to do is click on this and replace with slice 3. So let me look for slice 3. There it is, the same. So I'll just do this and fill it up quickly. And here we go. So I'm done adding all the images, and you can see how beautiful the design is. So the next thing you want to do is you want to add links to all of these images, right? Links and alt text. I won't really go deep into that. I'll just show you how to do maybe 1 or 2. Then if you want to learn more, learn how you would have to watch the video on how to export from Figma to Klaviyo. I will link it in the description below. So I want to go with this, and all you have to do is click on it, then come down to alt text. For this alt text, what you want to do is add this header and or this body description. So to do that, all I have to do is come back here and copy this, come back here and paste it in. Oh, I already copied with copy, paste. Then if you also want, you can also copy this. The aim of doing this is to tell the email service providers that you are not a spammer, because most spammers simply send out images without any context and without alt text. Then as for the link, what you want to do is link it to the exact page that has this button. So this will be the bestseller page or category. So it will be So it will be something like this. So you want to do this for every single image. So you want to do it for this logo. You want to do it for this. This shouldn't be here though. Okay, it's where it is. You want to do it for the logo. You want to do it for this section, right? But each of these sections would link directly to the product page for this particular product. I've already explained this in details on the how to export from Figma to Klaviyo. So I'll link that video down below. So when you watch it, you will understand more on how to do all this. Then once you're done with that, the next thing you want to do is click on next, which is this. You can also preview and test the email if you want to do that. So here is the entire email. And then you can also run a split test, and how to do that is simple. All you do is click on create A/B split test. And here you can then choose what you want to split test. You want to split test content or sending time. In this case, content. And you can see with content, you can split test subject line, copy, and graphics to see what works. So in this case, I want to split test only the subject line, and I'll simply go with variation A for this. Have this to be variation A, and then I want to go down and have this to be variation B, and then go back to this and get this subject line as the second variation, paste it in, and then go back here, and I want to get this to be the second variation. Good. Then coming down here, since I'm testing subject lines, that means it will be open rate, because the subject line is something that affects the open rate the most. Then coming down here, how to go about this. If you set this test size to 100%, it simply means 50% of the email will go to A and 50% of the email will go to B. But you can also set this to probably, let's go with 30%. And it simply means 15% of the email will go to A and 15% will go to B. Then whichever has the highest open rate, that email, let's say A has the highest open rate, then the remaining 70% would be email A. That is, email A will be sent to the remaining 70% of your audience. So this is exactly how it is set. Then your test duration, you can set it to 6 hours, 3 hours. So let's go with the default 6 hours. And what will simply happen is your test will go out within 6 hours, and then the system will decide from the winner. Let's say variation A is the winner of your split test. It will then push variation A to the remaining 70% of your emails. So that's exactly how that works. Then you want to click on next, and then you want to scroll down to see if you have any errors. So in this case, I have errors. So you simply click on this to edit the errors. So once you're done editing it, let's assume we don't have any errors. Then the next thing you want to do is click on schedule or send. Now with schedule or send, you can send it immediately, which is send now, which I don't advise. And since it's a campaign that you should plan out into the future, then you want to click on schedule. And with schedule, you can then select what type. So type is fixed sending time. You want to select a date into the future. So let's say on the 9th, and time, you want to select a time. So sending time, usually it's good to set your sending time to when 2 or 3 hours before your audience are most active. If you've been sending emails for a while, you would find this in your analytics in Klaviyo. So I want to select it to something in the morning, early in the morning. So let me say I want it to go out by 5 a.m. So they would see it once they wake up, because most people check their emails once they wake up. So once you are done with that, then you want to click on schedule email. And with this, you will have scheduled an email that will go out on a specific day and specific time. Now, you know how to set up your Klaviyo campaign the right way. If you run an e-com store and you want a free email account audit, click on the second link in the description below.